Good morning and welcome, Patriot Radio News Hour. I'm Joe Jaquin, CEO of the Patriot Trading Group, and happy Friday. I hope it finds you well. Glorious day out here in the Valley of the Sun this morning. We got a lot going on right now here at the offices here at Patriot Trading Group. The painters are here. It's time to update the office, and so they're in here right after the show. We're going to have to clear out of here. They're going to start spraying, but we'll still be able to man the phones, so don't worry about that. We just won't physically be in the office here in Phoenix, but by Monday should be ready to go by Monday, and then we're going to get ready for the metals plans. We're going to start shipping those next week. We are as organized as we've ever been. So the metals plans will start shipping next week. We plan on being done no later than April 10th. And if Brittany has her way, and Brittany has quickly become the boss around here. You know, she keeps everything going and makes sure that I'm on top of everything. She wants this thing done ASAP, and she is on a mission. So we'll make that announcement next week, but we will be done no later than April 10th, and probably sooner than that. And then right after that's over, we'll have one more week. They're going to come in and the carpets here are all done, so they got to come in and redo the floors here, and then we're just going to have a nice looking new office here at the Phoenix studio. So we'll be out of the office today after the show, and my guess would be about 11 o'clock or so. We're going to forward the phones. Arlene is going to be answering the phone. So if you call our 800 number, don't worry, Arlene will answer. If she doesn't answer, it's because she's already on the phone. Leave a message and she'll respond to you. If for whatever reason we don't get back to you today, we will definitely get back to you on Monday. We got our event at the radio station in Colorado tonight. Dominic's Pizza is catering the event like we do on these Friday events. The food gets picked up this time. Dominic's Pizza, they're at 19 and a half South Parish. They're across the street from where the Subway was. Remember, Subway did it last week. Make sure you give them your business. If you're looking to buy pizza, listen, don't go to the big chains. I know, we'll call Domino's or Pizza. No, give Dominic's Pizza a call. 19 and a half South Parish, 970-587-2883. They're doing something, the event, that meat event. Remember the meat event we were talking about? That's been postponed. So the meat event in Wellington, the beef event, has been postponed till, I want to say, April the 10th. But in honor of that, Dominic's Pizza tomorrow is going to run 20% off their Meat Supreme pizzas. So make sure you get in on that and tell them KHNC sent you. And the guys at Dominic's, I'll tell you right now, they are great. They've been great to the radio station, and I know you guys are going to support them as well. Speaking of supporting the radio station, I don't need to beat you to death on CBD products that we have. You already know. Listen, if I'm telling you it's the best of the best, it's the best of the best. Get you some. You know, we've got transmitter things that we've been working on. You've heard me talk about the transmitter to death. Listen, we want to replace it. This one's old. It's done. It's had its time. You know, we've kind of got the Joe Biden transmitter, right? It doesn't know what day of the week it is. We want to get a new one. The best way to do that, buy those CBD products. It really helps the station out. And then on All American Gold, on our website, the Patriot website, we have been buying, and you know this because I always tell you, we've been buying a lot of estates lately. And unfortunately, right, that's never great. That means someone's passed. But they leave information. Hey, call Patriot. If you got an estate, call us. We'll take care of it for you. but we've been buying a lot of them. And in there, there's always, some one-off items. So if you go out to allamericangold.com today and over the weekend, hit the shop button. Okay, so you'll go to the shopping cart. There's the homepage. Along the top, you'll see a gold and a silver section. Go to the silver section. We have about, 30 or 40 very, I'll call them one-off unique items. Almost every one of these items we have one. So it won't allow you to buy more than the one that's out there. We priced everything. If we could, there was actually some items we couldn't even get a price because no one had any in stock, and so they wouldn't show the price. But all of these are priced below, and a lot of them way below what they would sell for regularly. All of these items, they come with boxes and certificates. They're great gifts. There's all kinds of different prices out there. There's all kinds of different sets. Go and check it out. There's a lot of cool stuff. If you're looking maybe for a gift for a friend or a loved one, there's a September 11th medal out there. There's some a shipwreck, Spanish real, and a whole bunch of other stuff. Go check it out. And if you want to buy, click on the buttons and put them in your shopping cart. And we'll get them off the Patriot Radio News Hour. We'll be back right after the break. 800-951-0592, Patriot Radio News Hour. I was just out here. I'm looking at all the things that Ryan's got posted up here now. I mean, we've got a Marco Polo coin out there. If for all of you Vikings fans, a Ragnar Viking coin with a box and certificate. We got a lot of the 5-ounce America the Beautifuls, and all these are in boxes with certificates. They look great. The one that I'm really curious about is on the third page. It's the Avengers coin kit. And if you click on the lunchbox, you'll see what's in the lunchbox. It is they've got the non-gay Captain America. Can you believe that? When are we going to stand up and say, all right, enough? And I'm okay. Listen, you want to have a gay superhero? Great. Make one up. But turning Captain America gay, really? So this is the non-gay one. It's got Captain America, Thor, the Hulk, and Iron Man inside the lunchbox. And in each individual tin, you got a silver coin and these things in a cart. It's really, really cool. I know that I saw it sell on eBay for over $900. We got it way, way below that. But check it out, allamericangold.com. Hit the shop button. We got all kinds. We got the monuments, the Washington Monument, the Jefferson, the Lincoln, and the Vietnam, all in one set. There's what else is there? And I just turned it on. I guess I should have left it open so I could tell you more. But there's a lot of neat stuff out there. Go check it. Oh, this is the one I wanted to say. There's a one out there. It's a silver dollar over the last 3 centuries. So there's an 1800s Morgan dollar, a 1900s peace dollar, and a 2000s dated silver eagle, all in one box. It's pretty cool. We have a cent collection. It's got a large cent, a 2 cent, and a 3 cent, all in one box. Go check it out. It's pretty neat. A lot of great things out there. And, of course, obviously, when you're dealing with us, the most important thing is the price. It's the cheapest we could find. We went out looking. It was quite the production. So go check that out, allamericangold.com. Hit the shop button, and then you got to hit the silver button, and that's where you'll see all of those things listed. Looking at the markets today, gold, very impressive today. It's up about $7. Not that the move is huge. 1740. Silver's pretty flat. Well, I guess it depends on where you look. Kitco says it's up. I'll tell you, it's about $26.25. There was a big announcement from the Federal Reserve today, as well as Jay Powell penning an op-ed piece. So again, the Fed trying to spin it all. Now we know, listen, they finally said, okay, we're going to have inflation. If they're admitting it, you know it's going to be bad. Here's the problem. They've promised us that they were the protector of stable prices. And that was their job. Which means if inflation is coming, you should be raising rates. It's not what he said. Matter of fact, not only did he say that we're not going to raise rates, they were as dovish as they could possibly be. We're not raising rates this year, next year, the year after. We're not slowing down our bond purchases. We're not doing anything. Today, they announced that the banks, so remember, and I've been talking about this for the last week or two, that the Federal Reserve broke the laws. Well, changed the rules, because breaking the law sounds bad, right? And they're not bad people. No, they're super good people. I mean, I know Congress, these are laws Congress passed, right? And too big to fail for our own protection. Listen, they don't care about our protection. But they allowed for the banks to carry less cash. Right, which caused a different problem. Right now, the banks got to borrow money from the Fed every day because they don't have enough cash. That program was supposed to end at the end of this month. Today, most people, including myself, thought, they're just going to extend it. Because look at it. I mean, it's almost the end of the month now. I mean, what is it? It's the 19th. Kind of late to say, yeah, we're going to end it. But that's exactly what they did this morning. And that was why I tell you gold is very impressive today. They tried to take gold down today. It didn't work, and now gold's going the other way. And I told you the other day, listen, gold's done going down. Gold was going down on false pretense. Gold was going down on, we're going to have 6% GDP growth and no inflation. That was what Wall Street wanted everybody to believe. And again, listen, they were being optimistic. Right? They knew that they were going to get a bunch of spending, and there's not, the Fed, the way they calculate inflation, it's almost impossible to get any. It hasn't worked out. Now, here's the problem. Now, they're still thinking they're going to have 6% growth. We're not. I'll just tell you that right now. But they wanted to believe what Jay Powell said earlier this week, which is, inflation's only going to be, maybe 2.5%. Today's action signifies the Fed doesn't believe that. Because here's what's going to happen now. These banks, they're going to have to sell bonds to get back into compliance. Because remember, one of the problems the banks had during the financial crisis, they didn't have any money. So they got to keep more money. So they're going to be, and they already have been, because the Fed hadn't said anything yet, selling treasuries, which means what? More supply. at a time when there's already too much supply. So what happens when there's more supply on anything? Ask a farmer. Prices go down. And that's what happens in the bond market. When yields go up, that actually means the prices are down. Prices are lower. And so this is what we're seeing, and this means this is clear. The central bank isn't buying what they're cooking. Because there's no way they want rates to keep rising unless they know what I already have been telling you. Inflation's going to be a lot worse than what they're saying. And I think this is why you're seeing gold react now. All of a sudden, the best case scenario is out. Right? We're going to have 6% GDP growth and no inflation. That's gone. Now they're still holding on to 6% growth and a little bit of inflation. Let me tell you what we're going to get. We're probably going to get closer to 3 or 4% growth and a lot of inflation. So gold's got a long way to go. Get ready. Get ready. On the silver side, I remember I told you in February, hey, the whole silver short thing, there's no February delivery contracts for silver. And to have a short in silver, you need to have it on the physical side. Today, the COMEX said the silver short squeeze, and again, remember, this isn't a short squeeze. I keep saying this is a demand problem. Everybody wants it, and there's not enough of it on gold and silver. And that's exactly what COMEX said today on both gold and silver contracts. They said that there are some interesting trends developing inside the silver contracts in the COMEX. More investors are taking delivery of silver. In other words, the short squeeze is still intact. Now, they say it's slow, but again, listen, there's only the next delivery for silver, March, the month we're in now. Then it's May, then it's July. I mean, it takes time. And so when you buy these contracts to take delivery of it, you got to wait till that contract expires. That's just how it works. And they're saying that this is going to have a very big problem and is going to be affecting the silver price. And again, remember, they want you to believe that the laws of supply and demand don't exist. And again, gold and silver, listen, I don't blame the gold and silver traders. They're trading on what? They're not trading on demand for silver and gold. They've never done that. They trade based on what the central banks are saying. And up until the last 2 weeks, what have they been saying? Everything's great. Don't worry. No inflation. All the while, here's what bothers me. They dropped the price. Everybody's buying it. Premiums are through the roof. And they're acting like it's not happening. But I'm telling you, that only lasts for a little while. And now they're saying that they're seeing delivery of silver in places they've never seen before. In other words, they know the U.S. Mint, they're buying millions of ounces. And get ready, not that we really have silver eagles anyway, but get ready. The Mint's going to shut down here again soon to get ready for the new design. But now they're saying that contracts as a promise to deliver, they said that speculators in the market are now saying that at $26, Just send me the silver. And apparently they're saying that a lot of investors are now saying that that's exactly what has been going on. They said that the big gold and silver delivery months on the COMEX for gold, February, April, June, August, October, and December. Silver, March, May, July, September, and December. They said that what they're seeing is open interest in these contracts are not rolling, because that's what they used to do. Because they weren't taking delivery. If I had a March contract, they'll roll it into a September one. They're saying that get ready, and again, we knew this was going to happen, right? The price that they're trying to claim on paper and what the physical is actually selling for, it's worth it. It's worth it. Why would I sell a paper silver at 26 when I can get physical delivery and I can get 10, 15, 20% above that? That's exactly what they're doing. Patriot Radio News Hour. We'll be back after the break. 800-951-0592, Patriot Radio News Hour. And we're just looking at deliveries now for gold and silver contracts. Massive jumps. Matter of fact, they're saying 2021, by the end of this month, will exceed all deliveries from 2018 and 2019. And just, assuming what the COMEX is showing is accurate, we have to, right? If they're saying this is how many millions of ounces we have. If we believe this, at the current rate of delivery, they have less than a year's supply. Now that may sound like a lot. That's not a lot. And obviously, any bump up from that. Now, can they get more? That's the question. Obviously, the answer is, I'm sure they can. But it's going to be at what price? So now they're saying that this is probably what's going to incur is the big banks, JP Morgan, obviously they control the silver markets by and large, may be forced to buy outside of the system and pay real prices. Because right now, like I said, just look at it logically. A silver contract's 1,000 ounces. Okay. And let's just say it's $26. Keep it simple. Okay. And you could roll it over. Or you could take delivery, or you could just sell the contract itself and, do nothing with it. Well, it's $26 on paper. But if I can sell that 1,000-ounce bar for $29 or $30 an ounce, of course you're going to take delivery. And that's exactly what's happened. So is this going to be instantaneous in the silver market? No. But the steamroller's coming. All the stuff that we talked about at the end of last year, coming into this year, it's all happening. Don't worry, it's all happening. But before it happened, Wall Street wanted to be optimistic because the central bank was pretending that there wasn't inflation, that they didn't create this massive bubble. They don't want people to know it. But, of course, what they did today just tells you, I really think they know inflation, it's going to be bad. And by bad, 3, 4, 5% that they will admit to. Because you got to remember, listen, for the last, 15 years, they've said inflation's never even been 2%. Right? I mean, the way they track inflation, car prices, there's been no inflation in automobiles for the last 21 years. I mean, it's just nonsense, but it's happening. To the point, Jay Powell wrote an op-ed in I think it was the Wall Street Journal. But, Wall Street Journal. In late February 2020, I attended an overseas meeting, he says. You're talking about the G20. From finance governors and central bank governors. You remember, this is all planned. None of this is happening on accident. The U.S. was enjoying its longest economic expansion on record. And again, that's true. But we were also enjoying the largest amount of debt pile-on record, right? So were we really growing that well? And remember, how great was the growth really? What were we talking about? If it was anything above 2%, they were like, oh, yeah, look how great it is. And a lot of times it was like, 1.5, 1.7. We got 3% GDP growth for like 2 quarters once. And they said that the thought my Fed colleagues and I had been monitoring COVID-19, we did not yet see it. And is likely to have any type of major impact at home. And that was February of 2020. Of course, we know by March we were shutting down. And now Powell begins this to justify all the things that they've done. See, and this is what they love to do. Well, this happened, so we had to break all these rules. We had to create all this money out of thin air. It's not our fault. We were the saviors. Put me on the cross because I'm the savior. That's the spin. That's what they want you to believe. They're not the savior. Listen, they are the wrecker. They're the reaper. They are destroying wealth at a record pace. And now they've got the patsy they've always dreamed of. This is a central bank. This isn't a nightmare. Oh, no. This is like a fairy tale. They've got the ultimate patsy in Joe Biden. They've got the Democrats. They gave them the Senate, right? They already had the House, right? They get the 51-50 vote. And this guy, let's face it, he's not even in charge of his faculties. He'll sign whatever they tell him. And, of course, they're laying the stage. They want you to know, hey, this COVID thing, we had the longest expansion ever. It was this COVID thing. Listen, the longest expansion ever came because we were writing big deficit checks. I mean, let's face facts. The longest expansion ever started with a debt that wasn't even $10 trillion. Right now we're talking about $30 trillion. And he talked about the biggest hit, and here's their next favorite target. Well, it was the low-income people. Yes. It was horrible for them. It's horrible for anybody who you told they couldn't go to work. Let's face it. That's who was horrible. It's horrible for the kids. It's horrible for the people in the nursing homes. It's just plain out horrible. But this is what they like to do. Oh, we're trying to help them. Here's the problem. There's so many more of them now than there used to be. The problem is nobody wants to point the finger at why is that? And the answer is because they keep printing money. They won't stop. The big bubble has yet to be fully blown up yet, but don't worry. With Biden and Powell and Janet Yellen together, we're going to get it. Patriot Radio News Hour. We'll be back after the break. 800-951-0592, Patriot Radio News Hour. Before we get to today's special, I want to remind everybody, right now, we have been collecting different odds and ends from a lot of these estates that we've been dealing with. if you go to All American Gold and click the shop button, go to the silver section. We have 30 or 40 items that we have one of for you to purchase. Right now, I'll just give you an example. We had a North American Sport Fish Series collection. These are all obviously in silver. These are all silver coins. They got boxes, inserts. I mean, they're cool. Don't get me wrong. They're cool. Someone bought it. And it'll say out of stock. So it says out of stock. That means somebody's already bought that item. We aren't going to get more of it. That's all that there is. There are so many really cool things out there. Go check it out. And we've got, 3 pages of stuff out there. And I know that there's a lot of great items. Here's what we did. We went online. And Brittany, me, and Brooke, along with Ryan, Arlene got stuck doing the regular. She had to do the regular work. We went, and Ryan and Brittany were taking the items, cataloging them, taking pictures of them, and doing all of that stuff. Brooke and I, we were online, looking all these items up. What do they sell for? How much are they? And we were looking for the cheapest price we could find. And then we priced them for less than that. And a lot of these items, most of these items, a lot less. So take advantage. Go out there, do a little shopping, check them out. There's something for everybody out there. AllAmericanGold.com. Hit the shop button, go to the silver section, and you'll see what it is that I'm talking about. Gold right now is at $17.40, up about $7 now. Silver coming up here on $26.30. I've got a little bit of everything special today. We've got 50 of those $5 Liberties left that we sold yesterday at $575. I don't see gold going lower anymore. Again, I already said, so I think the sell-off's over. So if that's true, and we're going to see $18, $19, $2,000 gold here, that's probably the lowest we're going to see a $5 lib, maybe ever. $20 gold pieces. This one gets a little interesting. I've got 10 Saints. And please, I have 10. That's I don't have any more than 10. At $19.95. On the Liberties, I've got 25 of those at $19.95. So, and really when you think about it, that's almost normal pricing. If I'm sitting here and I said, hey, someone told me, hey, gold $17.40. What do you think a 20 would go for? That would be in the ballpark where I'd be at. So that's huge value there. So we've got 50 $5 Liberties at $5.75. We got 10 Saints and 25 Liberties, $20 Liberties at $19.95 at 800-951-0592. Silver. Rolls of $50 are at $2.60. Rolls of quarters are at $2.45. Dimes are at $122.50. There has been no let up in silver, none. And we call every single day. And it's been unrelenting. And the reason being is, remember when we actually had product and everybody else was pre-selling? They're still trying to fill all of those orders. The Mint wants ridiculous premiums. And again, remember, the Mint's going to close again, I would say probably in the next 30 to 45 days to get ready for the new design, which means anything that's available is going to be gone. 800-951-0592. 0592, Patriot Radio News Hour. And again, remember, after the show, we'll probably be here maybe another half hour to an hour. Then they're going to be painting the inside of the building. We'll still be answering the phones. Arlene will be answering the phones. But if you're calling like for a tracking number or to look something up for you, that's going to have to wait until Monday. But I wanted to let you know, how about this one? We know the banks keep robbing us. Visa now is under investigation by the Department of Justice. And this is really small, but if you're a business owner, you know what I'm talking about. We take all the credit cards here, Visa, MasterCard, Discover, Amex, and we only hit you 2%. And again, I need to change it. I'm a bad business owner. Everyone knows, listen, everybody has their card. They get the points, the miles, the this, the that, the rebates. It's 3% plus for business owners to take this stuff. But here's what the Department of Justice is saying that Visa was doing. They're collecting information as to whether the largest card network in the U.S. curbed merchants' capacities to route debit card transactions to less expensive networks. Because, the debit card, they charge you less. There's always a way around it, isn't it? The biggest criminal organization on the face of the planet. Patriot Radio News Hour, final segment for the week. Hang in there. 800-951-0592. Gold's up 9 now, 1743. Look out, listen, the run's coming here. Silver back into positive territory. I think Kiko's got the price. The ups and downs are a little different, but the prices are about the same here. Silver 26.31. The Saints are about gone, so there's just a handful of those. Well, we didn't have very many left to begin with. The number of Saints left at $19.95. We got $20 Liberties, and we don't have many of those either. $19.95. The $5 Liberties, $5.75 at 800-951-0592. And then don't forget, we got all of these unique items out at allamericangold.com. Hit the shop button, go to the silver section. I saw someone just bought one of my favorite ones that I was looking at. That just went out as well. I think, the Shenandoah National Park, the 5-ounce silver one. That one's gone. By the way, if you want some advice, the Mount Rushmore one, that's well over $300. So check that one out. The Avengers Lunchbox, that's another one that's super cool. On that one, click on that lunchbox, and it'll show you all the contents that are inside it. That's a really neat item. But we got items there from $40 to $600. So, again, things depending on, what your funds available. You got something for everybody. Most of the items, the vast majority of the items are less than $200 out there, but they're really cool. They come with the box. Half the time we were laughing, man. Some of these boxes were so nice. I'm like, the box is worth more than the item that's in it. But some really cool stuff out there. Check it out. Remember, these are all one-offs, so I don't have more. I won't get more either. So it's not one of those, hey, if you find one, will you get me one? These were all out of states that we were buying over the last 2 or 3 months that we put out there. allamericangold.com, shop button, go to the silver section. You'll see them all. If you want one of the gold specials from today, call us 800-951-0592, Colorado. Make sure you hit that event tonight. CBD, help the radio station. Dominic's Pizza. They're catering the event tonight at our studios, 19.5 South Parish, 970-587-2883. Tomorrow, they're running 20% off Meat Supremes. Make sure you load up on the meat, right? Because remember, Lord Polis up there in Colorado declared it nobody eat beef day because, the cows are evil and racist. incredible. The meat event, the beef event that was scheduled for tomorrow, due to all the snow and the weather, that's been postponed till the 10th. We'll have all kinds of great details for you as they come. But we'll make sure we're out there in full force in April to support that event as well. 800-951-0592. Have a great weekend. Enjoy yourselves. God bless everybody. I mean, be safe out there. I know the weather here, absolutely gorgeous. I'm going to try to sneak and get some golf. And we had a pickleball last night. I mean, it's just the weather's perfect right now. This is our time to brag. You know, think about everybody in Colorado and Wyoming that were under like 3 feet of snow. Come down to the Valley of the Sun, but don't stay too long. Patriot Radio News Hour. God bless everybody. We'll be back next week.